A lot of times in politics, they talk about 80-20 issues. With the Blues getting rid of broadcaster John Kelly, it was a 90-10 issue, in that 90% of the town thought it was a bad idea. But you can't keep a good broadcaster down. John Kelly landed with the Kings. Our sit-down interview is our spotlight story. And it's a pleasure to welcome the great John Kelly. Welcome to the program, and just incredible news. The Kings have hired you. What are your emotions like?
I am beyond blessed, Frank. As you know, I've been an NHL announcer for 37 years, and I'm just so thrilled to continue my journey as a broadcaster. And I just thank Luc Robitaille and the Kings and the people at FanDuel Sports Network for giving me this great opportunity. LA's a pretty cool place to live, and I'm really excited.
How about the wait? Have you been on pins and needles, or did you know this was going to happen? Because it's been a little bit of time.
Well, it's been a process. I found out on July 9th that I wasn't going to come back with the Blues. You know, they had the right to make the decision to go from 2 teams to 1 broadcast team, and unfortunately for me, I was one of the odd men out. And right away, I focused on, trying to be positive, look back at the great 21 years I had here, but also try to get a new job, because there was some speculation out there, Frank, on the internet that I was going to retire, and I don't want to retire.
No.
And Mrs. Kelly wouldn't like that, number one. So I focused on getting a job, and I'd say around July 19th, I got an indication from the Kings that I was going to get part of the package, and then on August 5th, I got a formal offer, and then, it took some negotiating, and about a month later, I signed a contract. So I am beyond thrilled.
It's a trade in reverse. The Blues got Gretzky and the Kings get Kelly.
I think the Blues got the better end of that deal, I'll tell you that. So, yeah.
How about the setup? Because you're used to driving in a long way from Chesterfield to downtown St. Louis. Your setup in LA is going to be really cool.
Yeah, it is. I know you know former Blues video coach Jamie Compound. Yeah. He was a coach with the Kings years ago. He's now in Florida. He's only won 4 Stanley Cups, by the way, as a coach. So he has a house out in Manhattan Beach, Frank, and I'm gonna, my wife and I are gonna rent that house. It's 1.5 miles from the practice rink, 2 miles from the beach, near the airport. So it's a pretty good setup. We're really excited. Let's
go back to July 9th. You may have known before, or was it a complete shock when you got the news?
It was a shock, and the timing was a shock. I anticipated getting a new contract, and I didn't. And again, that was the Blues' prerogative. So, obviously, I'd be disingenuous if I said it didn't bother me. Of course it bothered me. My contract wasn't renewed, but I've been doing this a long time, and this is the first time it's happened to me. So again, instead of focusing on that one negative day, July 9th, I look back on the great 21 years I had. Of course, the 19 Cup was the highlight, and working with great people. Doug Armstrong has been great to me, and the coaches, the players, everyone at FanDuel Sports Network. So I focused on all the positives, but at the same time, my focus really was on the future and getting a new job, and that's what I was able to do.
And the outpouring of support right after the news came out, it must have just overwhelmed you.
Overwhelmed is probably an understatement, Frank. I mean, I heard, not just on social media from fans, and the Blues fans are the very best. The call I got from Blues captain Brayden Schenn was really special, because I've got to know Brayden's family really well, especially his mom and dad, and his brother, of course. And, I have so much respect for Brayden, the captain of the team, and he was just so supportive. At the same time, St. Louis and John Hamm reached out, and that was really nice. So, maybe I'll be friends with John Hamm in LA now, Frank.
That's right.
You never know.
So the name Kelly, of course, is synonymous with Blues hockey. You're a Parkway North grad. You raised your kids here. Will it be tough one day to embrace the franchise again?
Oh, I'll always have great love for the franchise, Frank. I don't need to tell you about my dad and the press box named after him, the banners and the rafters. My late uncle Hal broadcast here. My brother Dan did. So we have such a deep connection. And when I come back into Enterprise Center on October 21st with the Kings, I know the date, I'm going to walk in with my head held high and really excited to be back. And I'm sure I'll see a lot of very familiar faces and fans and things like that. So it's all good.
And when you look back, you won Emmys, you were part of some of the highest rated broadcasts in the entire NHL, the Stanley Cup. Man, what a 21-year ride.
Yeah, I've been so blessed. And I think, you know, some people, fans out there who don't know me or the business might say, you know, John Kelly, you know, the son of Dan. But I've never felt like that I was entitled to a job. I've always felt it was a privilege to work for the Blues and in the NHL. And I'm thrilled to be able to continue that.
What would you want to tell St. Louis as you leave for LA?
I love St. Louis, and I've really enjoyed my time here. I love the fans, but unfortunately, I got to say, go Kings, go, Frank.